Hi everyone, good evening to all my audience over here. This is Sreemati Sen, Chapter Head for Asian Literate Society, Kolkata. This is our first episode from Kolkata, and I have with me an eminent guest, Mr. Chiroranjan Bose, who is a famous origamist. He is an expert in this field, and I would like to begin this session by showing you how he unfolds magic on a paper by folding it many times. So let's watch him in action. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Chiroranjan Bose, the famous origamist from Kolkata. Good evening, Mr.
Hello.
Bose. Good evening.
Good
It
evening,
is such a
Srimati.
pleasure to have you. Yeah, hi. It's such a pleasure to have you on this platform, and we are looking forward to hear about this famous art. Okay, now let me tell my audience about this gentleman over here. So what I realized from the video is that this art is about immense concentration and patience. Now this uh, art has been made famous by Mr. Bose in Calcutta. So this gentleman over here, despite being in government service, he follows his passion, which is origami, the art of folding paper. He started origami in 18,000 by practicing from a book written by the famous Bengali writer Narayan Sneha. Now let me tell you more about him. Besides origami, he also plays the harmonica. He is a biker with a penchant for visiting far-off places and is also an amateur astronomer. Every evening and every late night, you won't find him at home. You will find him on the terrace, armed with a telescope and accompanied by his bacha party, watching the stars and the moon. Did I get it right, Mr. Bose?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you so much for giving the introduction about yourself.
So, good evening, friends. At the very beginning, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Asian Literary Society for giving Kolkata Origami Center this opportunity to reach you all people with origami from this wonderful platform. So, I'm really very happy to come over here on invitation from Srimati, who is my friend. And to be honest, it is really quite impossible to squeeze in origami uh, in this small time slot, but I'll try to do my best to do it to give you an essence of what origami is during this time, this slot. First thing is that origami comes from two Japanese words, oru and kami. Oru means fold and kami means paper. Oru and kami togetherly they forms combines to form origami. The word origami means paper folding. Okay. Now what it is actually if you if you practice origami, you will find that it's a mixture of geometry, it's a mixture of art and puzzle. And you can also say that it's a way of converting a two-dimensional laminar surface into a three-dimensional model, three-dimensional paper sculpture, you can say like that. But apart from all these definitions and all these, I would like to recall what my master, Sensei Kazuo Kobayashi, the chairman of International Origami Society housed in Tokyo, said during my take, our introduction session, that origami can also, sorry, can also tell that origami is joy. Why? Sorry, because when you are making a model of origami in origami, you will feel very cool because you'll be needing lots of concentration, lots of patience, and so you'll forget all your tension and all. You feel joyous, and when you are giving it to somebody, huh, after finishing it, you will feel a sense of achievement, and after you are gifting it to somebody, that person will also be very happy and joyous. So you can say, and even if you keep it in your house as an embellishment of your apartment, you will see that then also you will feel that every time you look at it, you will feel joyous. So, according to my master, origami can also be called as joy.
Thank you, Mr. Bose. I will just take you through the slides that we have prepared for this section, and Mr. Bose will explain to us about the art. I am getting comments that nobody can see me. I don't know it's an issue, but Mr. Bose, can you see me, right?
No, no, no. You are still your. I think your camera is not working.
No, I don't know what's wrong, so I think we'll just go on.
Everything was fine during the rehearsals, but
Yeah, it's
unfortunately,
okay. If they can see you, then it's not an issue with me. I'll just move on with this. Okay. So yes, Mr. Bose, you could tell us more about the father of modern origami.
absolutely, it would. But thing is that it would have been very much better if you were also been seen by the people, because your effort
I
was
think
also
people have had enough of me.
commendable. But
So the camera
unfortunately,
is giving a no, no. I think they've had enough of me. They're giving a break to everyone. So I think you should be in the limelight. So I'm leaving it to you, leaving the stage to you. I'll be in the background.
okay, okay, okay. So this is the picture of Mr. Akira Yoshizawa. Akira Yoshizawa is actually hailed from a samurai family, and he was a structural engineer during his early life before converting into origami. And after converting into world of origami, he revolutionized the world of origami by making a certain, you know what, uh, during his time, there were lots of origami books written in Japanese, and it was impossible by the non-Japanese people to learn origami from those books. So what he did is he actually designed a series of codes which are now which he after consultation with German origamist Mr. Samuel Randall, you will see his picture later on, I think. Samuel Randall and Akira Yoshizawa, they combinedly made the Yoshizawa Randall code of this instructions, by which the books on origami, whatever language it is written, it becomes uh, uh, less important. Means thing is that they you can just don't need to learn any language to learn origami now. You can just pick up any book written in any language and you can go through the instructions written in Yoshizawa Randall system, which is in a short being given in every book published throughout the world. And that is how Mr. Yoshizawa revolutionized the world of origami and brought origami from outside Japan and throughout the world, spread it out throughout the world.
Thank you. So it's all about codes, and it's very interesting to know that the world of origami is run by codes and not a particular language. So the code is the
Absolutely.
defining factor and the common time factor that bonds everyone together. I was actually taken aback when you told me that we have had prominent paper folders who were Leonardo da Vinci, Lewis Carroll, and Percy Shelley. This is very interesting.
Yeah. Actually, these are a very few names. Actually, this culture of paper folding was very popular among the intellectuals because, as I said, it is a mixture of geometry, art, and puzzle. So, it is a good brain teaser, you can say. And there is also another name. I actually found these names of this gentleman from the book of Narayan Shanal. You said so. I'll also like to mention the name of a Spanish philosopher Miguel de Unamuno also because he was also a magician in paper folding, and they call it papyroflexia in Spain. And over there is and generated a separate genre of origami in Spain and Portugal and that western part of Europe.
See, now if you have a look at the world around, we find there are a few names which are very famous. The noted origamists throughout the world. Please tell us a bit about them.
Actually, Srimati, these are the few supernovas of the in the galaxy of origami world. To be very precise, these supernovas are like Mr. Robert Harbin. The first picture on the upper left, you can see Mr. Harbin was actually a friend of Mr. Samuel Randall, who both of them they verified the codes of written by Yoshizawa, and they finalized it before naming christening its name as Yoshizawa Randall system. Robert Harbin is very popular in Kolkata also because his books are the being the guiding light of many senior origamists. You will see. I tell you later on. And Lillian Oppenheimer, you see the lady in the middle on the upper panel, and she is not no way linked with Mr. Robert G. Oppenheimer of Manhattan Project in the United States. She is actually the founder member of Origami USA, the premier institution of origami in the United States. And then in the lower panel left, you see the picture of Robert Lang. Robert Lang is actually an engineer in Jet Propulsion Laboratory, California, from where he and his team instructed NASA to use origami to deploy certain solar panels and certain parts in the spaceships that NASA has been using very recently. That means origami has reached in space also. And then there is Mr. Joe Nakashima, a very young origamist and one of my very favorite one. And then it's the picture of Mr. David Brill, a leading origamist in Britain. And he's also a founder member of British Origami Society. And these are people are very to name a few. There is a big galaxy out there.
I like the word the big galaxy, shows the astronomer in you. So moving on to the next slide, which is about the Indian origamists. You have mentioned so many names, and I find that all of them are Bengalis. So I feel very
Um,
proud as a Bengali to have so many Bengalis in the galaxy of origami stars.
Actually, as far my knowledge goes, the first origami culture of origami was brought to Calcutta by Mr. Shailendranath Mukherjee in the early 60s, late 60s, mid 60s, and early 70s. And now there are origami circles in Karnataka and Mumbai as well. But I'll say that I haven't been able to be fortunate to be in touch with those guys over there. I'll be someday. But over here, you can see the picture of Mr. Sailenath Mukherjee in the upper left corner. And then in the upper right corner, you see Mr. Narayan Sannal, whose book made me inspired to take up origami as a hobby. And you can see the photograph of Mr. Pradeep Dotto. Pradeep Dotto and Mr. Narayan Sannal, both of them combinedly made another book, which I'll tell you later on. And then down right corner, you will see the photograph of Mr. Bipratas Chatterjee. His book has come out recently, last year. A very wonderful book. He has written on origami in Bangla, all of them written in Bangla. And you can see in the bottom left corner, you will see the photograph of Mr. Upal Sengupta, a noted singer in the band of Chandrabindu, as you all know. But this is also his another identity that he is an excellent origamist. So these are also a very few of the lot of origami enthusiasts out there in Calcutta and Howrah and in Bengal.
Thank you. This slide is all about the paper that is used for origami and the ones that are available in India. So the list that you have given me, Mr. Bose, is very impressive because I thought we have a particular kind of paper used for origami, but here we have quite a number of them. We have art paper, we have brown paper, newspaper, copier paper, mark-little paper, fluorescent paper, handmade paper, tracing paper, and kite paper. Tell us which is the one that you use the most and what would you recommend for beginners to work with on origami?
First thing is that when I started learning origami in the year 2000, in the year 2000, it was the Amazon was not there, neither was the availability of online shopping opportunity. So I had to resort to all the papers which was lying around my hand. So I had to go through a rigorous experiment with the locally available papers, and then after that I found out that these local papers are equally what to say good, equally good if you want, if you are uh, excellent judge about, you can judge out which paper to use for which model. Suppose if you are using, if you are trying to make up like a spider, if you want to make a spider like Robert Lang's spider, you cannot use a very thick paper because it has got around 500 folds like that, so it will crack. So you need to be a little thinner, like tracing paper or something like that, which is thin yet tough. There's a wide spectrum of choices. I think we Indians have got. Here, I want to tell you all that in Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, China, there is a separate paper industry which dedicatedly produces paper for origami only, only for folding, which we in India are deprived of. I used to think like this, but now I'll say that if you keep on experimenting with these papers, you will see that they are equally good.
Yeah, we have a comment over here. Wow, never knew that you can make origami with so many different types of paper. See, that's the very
Actually,
reason I told you to elaborate on this because that is where people usually face an hurdle, you know, like knowing what kind
absolutely.
of paper to use and how to go ahead with it.
Absolutely, it is your experience which will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that which paper to use for which model. If you just get into origami, pick up any paper near your hand, start folding it. If it cracks, then move to another type. You will find, you will be the good judge of the paper you need to do with a for model.
Right, thank you. This is the kind of guidance we need to begin origami. Now I think I'll be presenting some of the models that Mr. Bose has created and also recreated from some famous models. So I'll start with this particular slide where we have two different kind of photographs of the same person. I think you can all make out that this is a model of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, and you see that there are differences between them. White paper, brown paper. The white doesn't have too many folds, while the brown is very complicated. So you have to tell me, Mr. Bose, is that why is this difference there, and how do they differ, and why? I mean, your experience and sorry, let me just also add here. How much time did you take to create this?
Actually, this is an unfinished model, and it's still under process, and it took uh, around 6 months from shifting from first figure of the right to the figure on the left. In between, there has been around 3 to 4 stages. Actually, what I did, this is an excellent. I wanted to share this photograph with you all people so that I can explain to you how this is one type of designing origami figure, because that is free folding. Free folding means it's just like artisan does with a clay to make an idol. Like in the right, you can see the brown paper over there. I just tried to make a face of a person with mustache and a long beard and long locks over there, and studying from that crease patterns, I shifted to another paper, copying this crease patterns. Then I made it again. Then I made it again like this. You can see the picture on the left. with an white copier paper. So it's still under construction and it has not. I haven't reached my goal yet. I hope it will be finished within another 6 months or something like that. Then
6 months.
yeah, I know. You know what? Origami calls for a huge amount of patience, perseverance, concentration, hand-eye coordination. That is why it has been the first country to use origami to introduce origami in kindergarten was Germany after the Second World War. It is a very good thing to increase your concentration, increase your patience, and yet you will not feel bored about this. So it takes a lot of patience.
That is evident. And I think, when young minds work on this, I mean, especially with little children and even with grown up, it's quite a therapy, I feel. Origami can be used
It is
to help.
equally beneficial for everybody.
Yes.
In the book that is in the book of Narayan Shanal it has been told.
Hmm. Okay, so I move on to the next model, and I hope I have some of my cat lover friends watching this. I love this cat. You have created an amazing model with black and gray. There are two papers that visible, and it has a
Mm.
grumpy expression. Tell me, how did you
Yeah,
capture
yeah.
the expression on paper?
It is not my design. This excellent cat was designed by Japanese origamist Katsuta Kyohei. Katsuta Kyohei has also designed lots of such brilliant models, and this cat around took. This is the third. This was my third attempt, and it took around 3.5 hours to fold this model. And this is actually one single uncut square paper with one side black and another side grayish white. And yes, it's got a grumpy expression that is not very happy. It was sleeping, and somebody woke it up, and so it's sitting and waiting for you all to see, and then after then it will go to sleep again.
You already have people commenting that this is amazing. Uh, my friend writes 6 months of patience with this masterpiece. Absolutely amazing. The same reaction that I had when I first visited your workshop. I remember this. Okay, I'll move on to the next slide.
It
This
was a
is
good
potted
experience.
plant, and this is again another masterpiece from you. There are two colors used to create this living, the combination of living and non-living objects, and how well you have done this.
Hmm. Actually, this is also not my design. This is a this the model name is the Sprout, and it is designed by Italian origamist Riccardo Fossi. And yes, it's a single piece of uncut square paper again, with one side green and another side red. And it has been very cleverly designed so that the one side gets the color of the plant, like the green, and it is, as you said, it struck me first of the in the first sight that it is a wonderful example where you can see a living and a non-living entity, they're being folded out from a single piece of one cut square paper. Such a wonderful mind he had designed, you see. So hats off to that gentleman.
How long did you take to make this?
This one around 2 hours, I guess, 2 hours. And this was the first
Sure.
attempt, and the first attempt itself. Though it is a little tricky, but actually the stem you see over there is a certain traditional part of origami. So that is why, and the leaves also. So that is why it was not very tough for me, but yet, yes, it was tough, quite tough, because 2 hours is a very long time.
You see, for an amateur like me, it would feel like, you have two different models and you stuck them. So origami, but as far as I know, you don't use cut or paste option when you're working on it.
And as for my master's Sensei Kobayashi, I can say that he told us in his first workshop that when origami first originated in Japan, when the culture of paper folding originated in Japan, then during that time, in the early origamists used to use little fold, little cut, little glue over there, because there is a huge another art called kirigami, in that is paper cutting art in there or there also. So little cut or little glue was allowed by the early origamists, but later on, after around 500, 600 years of culture, the origamists decided to take it as a challenge that they will not be using glues or scissors. They will not be cutting or gluing. So that has become nowadays that has become a tradition that you will not be using a cut or a glue, you'll not be fixing it or you'll not be cutting it. So you can use it, but it's best if you don't use it.
I think that is where the challenge lies because cutting and pasting
Absolutely,
is relatively easier than making the whole thing out of a single uncut paper.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think this is also the traditional model. Am I right? Or just tell me if I'm
No, no,
wrong.
no, no. This is not a traditional model. This is Ricardo Frosti's model. This is those
Oh,
are traditional models which whose creator we don't know. Like the crane I was making in the beginning, nobody knows who made the crane first. So it is a very yes, this one. This is a excellent variation of the traditional Japanese crane, but there is a twist in the story. You can see you can see that there is a little pattern in the wings and the body of the crane. This is because before going to fold the crane, the paper which was actually a single uncut square paper, each of them, one side white, another side orange. It was before to fold the crane. It was given little twists and turns before folding the crane. That is why, yeah, and this is a very traditional model, and nobody knows who first designed the crane. Like this, there are many more, several traditional models over there, but nobody knows who first made it.
so this is also a bicolor paper. Did you use any other technique to get this color and the pattern?
Please repeat.
Yeah, this is a bicolor paper, or did you use two papers, or did you use a particular
No,
technique to get this?
no. One side is orange, another side is white. Before folding the crane, I had made some little tricks on the paper, and then I folded the crane, and then this is the result. That the wings are different, the head is different, the tail is different. This is because of the twist I made before folding the crane. I prepared the paper, pre-preparation.
So you prepared the paper. So it's like very
Yeah,
deliberate
yeah,
and careful planning to get
absolutely,
the desired.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Even deliberately.
Yeah. Then I move on to the next slide,
Sure.
which is simply amazing. We have two camels over here. The hump is so clearly visible. Even the anatomy that you told me, it's so accurately done. So this three-dimensional figure, how did you do it?
Actually, this model is also not my design. It is designed by Japanese origamist Sakubi, and Sakubi is famous for this anatomically perfect designs. He's special for that. And if you see, if you, if, I would have, if you had brought the things in, if you had held the these camels in your hand, you see that they are so perfectly proportioned and they are perfectly planned and such as fantastic. It was an excellent experience to hold these camels, each of which took around 2.5 hours to fold, and it has eyes, it has mouth, it has got nostrils even. If you go close to the picture, it has got nostrils also. So it was a wonderful experience to fold this one.
It would be lovely to hold this figure in my hand and examine it in detail. So it's almost like a picture. If we, I just wish we had a sunset or a sunrise in the background, and the picture would be complete with a complete desert safari. Isn't that so?
Absolutely, 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 absolutely.
Okay, the
You
next
can get
one.
the feel of a desert.
Yeah, this is your creation, and you have to tell
Yes,
us about it.
yes. To tell about this, I would like to say to my friends that I've also written a book which is yet to be published and is under process of publishing. and the book is on history and tradition of paper and paper folding in Bengal. And for that reason, I had to go to Bangladesh, and from where my Bangladeshi originalist friends, who might be watching this today's interview also, I will be happy to see. There, they gave me an Indian national flag of from Origami, and so I decided to keep it in my this in the cover of my book, in the cover of my book. So, and I decided to make a Bangladesh flag of Bangladesh as well. So this is what I made for. I walked it around for 1.5 days, and this is what I made.
Thank you. Now we move on to this. Another brilliant piece of work by you. I was actually thinking, what is this? What kind of paper is this? And I realized that you have created a graph paper through origami, and then you have made the map of West
Exactly,
Bengal, and we have Bangladesh next to it. Left, so for
exactly,
all my audience
exactly.
here, on my left is West Bengal, and right is Bangladesh, where the entire paper has like it looks like a graph paper. It has been made through origami.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is actually a huge tracing paper. It's a very, very big tracing paper folded in X and Y on both the length and breadth wise. It has been folded to form an origami version of a graph paper, and then on which I have plotted the maps of these two regions, and this is supposed to be featuring in the cover of my book, because this is the and as long as my knowledge goes, this is the first ever attempt of making a map out of origami.
And this finds a place in your about to be launched book, right?
And in the cover, I want it to be featured in the cover of the book.
Okay. So we are almost nearing the end towards the session, and I mean we have done with the models. Would you like to share anything else about the model, something in general you want to tell people? Or I would also like to know how would you tell people to take up origami? Anything
Actually,
like that?
origami only needs a little bit of a piece of paper and little bit of and a lot of patience. Sorry, if you have got a book, then it's okay, fine. And nowadays, just because the smartphone is available to everybody, and there is lots and lots of good videos being uploaded by these illustrious origamists also. So you can also start origami from your home, and it's excellent if you can follow the books of Mr. Harbin or Mr. Nakashima or something like or Yoshizawa himself. Yes, the speciality of Yoshizawa himself is that the models are very simple yet so magnificent. It will you only understand whenever if any of you start following the books of Akira Yoshizawa.
You have a few books with you, and since you have told us that language is not a barrier, why
Mm-hmm.
don't you show everybody? I mean, everyone can actually use these books for
Yes,
further
I will
learning.
recommend, yes, I will recommend to all the people living in and around Kolkata, or they can use these books. But I'll say this books can also be come in, will also can also come in handy for the people who doesn't even know Bengali, because all these books are written in are the instructions are given in the Yoshizawa Randall format. So it will be very easy for you all if you want to follow the books. So the first book is this one, which found out, which I followed. The first one, this is out of print. This is the book which made me inspired to take up origami as a hobby, by Narayan Sannal, which Srimati you told earlier. And this book was again relaunched in this format, Origami Kagoj Bhajer Khela. This is published by Days. It's been co-written by Pradeep Datta and Narayan Sannal. I showed the photo of Mr. Pradeep Datta also. So you can follow this book. It's an excellent book for beginners. Even if you don't know Bengali, you just follow the instructions and the picture. It is written in Yoshizawa Randall system, and so you'll be able to follow this. And the third book is of Mr. Sholen Mukherjee, which was published by his so one of his students. Both of them are no more, unfortunately. And this is the origami part. This is all this is also written in Ojohizawa Randall system, and you can find some models by Mr. Sholin Mukherjee also. This is by Sholin Mukherjee, discovered by Sholin Mukherjee. He did around 500 models, and this is the last one book. This is the latest book in the stands in origami, written by Mr. Biplava Chatterjee, and this is also written in Yoshizawa Randall's code. So if you can pick any of the books and you can start, I hope you'll enjoy the experience.
Yeah, I hope people pick up these books because language is no longer a barrier in origami.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, I would like to take you through this. When I was writing the script, I mean, the PowerPoint and everything, I was thinking, I was looking up for quotes and I was looking up for short poems to go with the PowerPoint. That is when it struck me that one of my chapter members is Aditi Lahiri. She is a poet and a storyteller, and she churns out poetry like anything. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but they really do it. So this is what she sent to me in 15 minutes. I'll read it out to you. The magic of origami. Fold a sheet of paper, see it turn into a Japanese fan. Fold again and see it turn into a fish before your eyes can stand. A dog, a cat, a tree, or a bee. You can create with origami instantly. Keep folding until you master this magical art of creativity gradually. Thank you so much, Aditi, for writing this poem to me in such a short notice. I have here with me the details of Kolkata Origami Center, which Mr. Bose is the convener. I have the group details of the center as well, and also the Facebook page. If you need to connect with him or the group, I'm there, he is there on Facebook. You can always be in touch with us. And thank you so much, Mr. Bose, for giving us this honor. I'm so sorry that my camera is acting weird and I can't be seen. I'm really sorry, but at
Yes,
least the audience.
actually, I am also repenting the fact that I couldn't share the screen with you.
Hmm. No, that's okay. I mean, we can do it again, maybe sometimes later again. But
Okay,
thank you so
that
much
is
for joining us on this platform and giving us
before before
information.
before signing off, Srimati. I want to add one little information. Hello.
Yes, yes, please.
Before signing off, I want to let my friends know us one information that in the Kolkata Book Fair, we will be Kolkata Origami Center has been invited by the Japanese consulate to be present in the Japanese stall of Kolkata Book Fair 2022 on the 6th of March. That's a Sunday. Please block the dates, and if you want, you can come and join with us. We'll having a origami interactive session on the 6th of March 2022 in the Japan stall of Kolkata Book Fair.
Thank you so much. I think I'll try to be there with my children. I also invite everyone here in the Kolkata chapter to join Mr. Bose in the book fair on 6th of March. Thank you so much. Thank you, Asian Literacy Society, for
Goodbye.
giving us this
Thank you.
wonderful
Yes.
platform. Thank you.
Yes.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.